They are already coming to our doors. We want a bond. We want to see these people. We want to see these students given a bond. We know the bond is a constitutional right, but let us do our work and to see that these students are ideally punished in accordance with the law. Issues to do with the strikes, the malicious strikes, you know very well that it can cause you issues because it involves destruction of property, and that means you're also committing a crime. There is no shortcut. We shall still come and do what? And punish you.
Police mu kibuga eky'Embale kakasiza nti abantu 6 be bakagombebwamu obwala ku byekuusa ku katambi akasasanjite ku mikutu gye mugatta bantu gekalaga abaana b'amasomero abakakanye ku munnaabwe bamufuntula agakonde n'oluvannyuma ne bamwaza n'ekigende ekyokumutwalako ebibye era ng'okusinza ku mwogezi wa poliisi mu bitundu ebya Rogers Taitika ategeeza nti 6 bano bagenda kuvunaanibwa omusango gw'okubba nga bakozesa eryanyi ekivundu aggravated robbery era nga bino abyogedde badde basinkanyemu abayizi ba Nkoma SS ku ssomero n'ekigende okubalabula okwewala okola effujo naddala nga bali mu masomero era nga bakubiriza okuloopanga bonna abateebereza okubeera abamenyi b'amateeka bulangano babeerimbiseemu. Ye amyuka RCC ow'ekibuga ky'Embale atwala Division Namuzabanja naye akubiriza abayizi okubeera obulindaala naddala nga bagenda amu n'okuva ku masomero ensonga nti bangi ababeerimbikamu n'ekigendererwa ekyokukola obumenyi bw'amateeka ate ne babaleetera ebizibu era ng'ono abategeezeza nti baloopa abo bonna abateebereza okubeera abamenyi b'amateeka ababeerimbikamu okwewala okubeera ekyokulabirako ekibi eri abantu era nga akubiriza n'abazadde okukola omulimu gwabwe awamu n'ebitundu okulaba nti bongera okugunjula abaana okubeewaza okuba nti beenyigira mu bumenyi bw'amateeka byonna nga ebitambudde ngenda bikutuusako ku Mosan Media.
There is no system that is 100% perfect. We have some creatures who are still in discipline. As much as we have fought to the discipline, these people have continued to be in discipline. I have to thank you people who have made it a reason to fight in discipline in the school. I have to report that on Tuesday after classes, when your colleagues were going back home, there is a team of your colleagues, especially in senior 2, because they were putting on coffee brown. As the case, on their way along Nabuyonga Rise, they had to terrorize their colleague who was of Mbale Progressive. They had to beat him up. They had to charge him. Someone was seen opening his bag. Take what he took. In fact, we call that one charging. He was charged after being beaten. A good Samaritan had to take a coverage of what was going. Next, the video was put on social platform and it went viral. The school received the video. The disciplinary committee had to take action immediately. Allow me at this point to thank the chairman of the disciplinary committee, Mr. Ahmed Yusuf, and his team, plus all teachers who took the initiative of looking for those culprits who were in the video. One by one was arrested until 4 suspects, because they are not yet committed, we call them suspects. These 4 suspects were arrested. After being arrested, the school did its work. Because the case was beyond school discipline and it had gone viral, it was the concern of everybody. In Uganda we say, help police for the police to help you. So the disciplinary committee had to involve the security operatives. The parents were also invited. And these people, because they committed a crime, they were handed over to police for further management. However, the school also took the initiative. As we talk now, these colleagues of yours are behind the bars. They are in safe custody in police cells. If they are to appear here, they have to appear when they are handcuffed. Investigation is going to be made. they are going to be paraded before the magistrate and they will be prosecuted. What next is the state's work. So as a result of that, the RCC, who is the head of security, and the regional spokesperson, they felt it necessary to come to school and address you who are still there, so that you don't follow those colleagues of yours and intensify on the campaign, curb down in this spring. It's because their letters of suspension are here, they will be receiving them as much as they are behind the bars. Even if they are released on whatever condition, they are not to come back at Nkoma SS until the decision of the court.
On Tuesday, as we were home, we saw on social media a video, a clip that was playing when one of the students of Progressive was being beaten by a non-student and being helped by the students who were putting on coffee brown. And they were students of where? Of Nkoma SS. We could find that they are all in senior 2. Yeah? So, senior 2 take note of this. If there are other culprits, we are trying to find, and any time from now, we are picking others because we have the names. Okay? So if you are in that group there, stand warned. So what we did as security, police ran up and down. We first arrested the other boy who is not a student, but he managed to escape. But we have known his whereabouts, and I will not reveal them. We are going to rearrest him. Then we thank the school administration that did it very quickly to find that these other 6 boys were arrested. And the evidence is there. Actually, we played a video and a student was here seeing himself doing the beating, others checking the bags, others doing many things that happened on that day. There were students of Mbale High who were around, but at least for them in the video you can see them separating the fight. They use even the language, Ndugu, Nikela Chikolachi, say the Ndugu. Ndugu is the language sounded a bit not for students. So, we took them to CPS and we found that the area where the offense was committed is North Army Division. So they are in Nakaloku. And the offense that was opened against them is aggravated robbery. I repeat, it is aggravated robbery. So you need to, because you are still young, you don't know the gravity of things you are doing. Aggravated means something that was done on the highway and it is capital in nature. And they go for life sentence in prison. So you may not see them again. Okay? I was at CPS and those people were running up and down, the parents. Those parents that came around, they were even arrested also. We don't want indiscipline. We talk about Nkoma only. All the schools around here. Children move with knives in their bags. Children move with sharp rings on their hands. You remember a student who was killed last time? They used what? A ring. Students move with the electric wires. I have a neighbor, a student of Prohibition, came and told me, some boys of putting on coffee brown from Nkoma, and he knows them. And we are going to arrest those people. They have electric wires. When you are passing them, they shock you with what? Electricity. This is very dangerous, and that is not how we should move. Okay? So we have come here to pass a very serious warning to those people who are remaining, either inside or outside. Because even inside here, parents have complained. They give students money to go for lunch. But students visit them inside where the cameras are not what? Seen. So if you know these students, report them to the administration. The administration is ready to cooperate. That's why they cooperated very well with us, and that is why we took that step. Okay? Some students are even beaten inside. And at times they even don't know these one students. At times we have students putting on uniforms of Mbale SS. Today he goes to Mbale SS. The next day he goes to Mbale Hard. The other day he's in what? In Nkoma. That is why we are now tasking you to identify students who are not of this what? School, who are not studying in your streams and they are there in what? Class. Tip off the teachers. The teachers will tell us. So that we fight this vice. And we want sanity and security restored in schools.
You are not the first people to go through this institution. The institution has nurtured very many and disciplined the students. So we want to applaud you. We want to ask you to emulate the same so that you can become responsible citizens of this one, of this country. But now when we start registering nasty situations that are happening within, amongst the students, it does what? It disturbs us as security. You know very well that our mandate as police is to make sure that we protect you and the property. So anything that affects those two, we come in. Are you getting me? Ideally, you've heard from the administration. They have told you that those wrong students who were involved in criminal tendencies, they stole. And there are 6 in number. We have 6, they are not 4. As I speak, there are 6 in custody, and you've heard from him, it is aggravated robbery. I want to tell you that there is a lot of things that you do and you think you will not be seen, but we are happy that the community is vigilant, and even some of you, the students, you are vigilant. When there is a crime being committed, in that situation we saw some people taking shots. They took video clips, and these video clips, they have been so important to us to identify the wrong people. And we are saying we don't want you students to keep quiet when there is a criminality. When there is something that has happened, please come forward and report. Here in school you have reporting mechanism. You have the professorial body, you have the administration. All those are forums where you have to go and report such incidents. But I want to tell you that it is not also proper that when a crime is committed, you go ahead to keep quiet. When we carry out our investigations and we really establish that someone committed a crime but you watched, you did not labor to come forward and report, the law will take up with you. The law will come and punish you. So we are ideally asking you to remain loyal so that we can move on the same page. We are warning you that commit a crime when you are in a group. They incite you to do something that is contrary. There will be no shortcut. For us, our investigations will guide us, and we are going to come and pick you. So don't say, I was told to do ABCD. We want to warn you to remain loyal. Issues to do with the phone. I don't know whether Mr. Taitika, you accept the phones in schools. I want to tell you that I have a heap of phones that have just brought to me. Students stealing from students. Students targeting the civilians. We want to ask you, why don't you really, you take off these, you confiscate these phones because they are not allowed to be in the schools.